Test one, two, test. There you go. There you go. Yes, absolutely. And yeah, just to prove you, and you're listening, Turning Point Canada. Who knows?
Hi.
Live on Space and YouTube, 8 p.m. as we speak right now. Yay! I did it. You had like you were doubting a little bit earlier, and yeah, respectfully, maybe not. But good evening. Thank you for joining, and welcome to Turning Point Canada Live, streaming across X Space and YouTube Live, proudly amplified by A Crowded World Talks Media. I hope I'm not too Frenchy like Maxime Bernier. Haha. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. Please, everybody, like, don't get mad upset at me, please. I know he's a little bit Frenchy. I am too. I am too, and yeah, don't worry about it. I am. I don't have like a huge ego like some other people we were talking earlier, but
Who are you talking to?
uh, uh, um, I'll keep it confidential as we speak, for a good purpose, a good purpose.
And I hope that you can restart that other group on WhatsApp because
I will.
the phone I used was no good. It just kept glitching and kicking me out.
What kind of you do have iPhone, correct?
Well, that phone is not an iPhone that I was
Oh,
using.
oh, oh, I see. I
It
see.
was an old phone that belonged to somebody else.
Oh, that okay. I get it. Tonight, I mean, what we talked earlier. I am still. I don't want to say. Not shocked. I'm like, are we going there? And yeah, are we gonna cross that road or go on that path? Use that route to 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 be a political party? Is
Well, that's an important question
it
that
is. It is.
it's gonna take some time to really figure that out.
Mm-hmm.
And I see Navneeta's joined us. That's good
Hello, Navneet.
because I don't have an automatic answer for it because I think we need to do some research, talk to a lot of other people, see who else wants to actually become a part of the movement, and then we can decide at a later time what direction we actually want to go into. I think for me, and I'm only speaking for myself here, is that I really think it's important to
It is.
uh, to really build a group, a circle of a group of people on the platform who would want to commit to being part of the movement. And if we start off being a political group, it's too divided. You have Liberal members, CPC members, Green Party members, NDP members, PPC, etc., etc. So, what can I say? I think that for now, maybe it is better to just stay off the political paths and build a following for the movement. That's all.
Yeah. I'm gonna say this again. There's already someone somewhere. I'm not gonna mention his name, who is copying what we're doing. Uh, there is no again. I like it. That's what I talk with Jim. If you believe in odd, like what are the odds? Go get a lottery ticket. And I learned that from my one of my mentor when I was a way younger journalist at back then. And he had like some clairvoyance, lucidity, like capable to see through life in general. And um, I really, even if as we speak right now, we don't have that much views or listener, no, there's people listening. There is more than what you think. Um, and we need to keep the faith on one thing. We will succeed, but we need to help each other. I'm pretty sure you do have, you're well connected in you. Same thing with Navneet. I am too. It's just like I am busy. It's just how can I say this? A question of timing. Right now, I'm expanding the business in Ontario, in Yellowknife, in Whitehorse, and I am squeezed. I would love to multiply myself and do way more, but at the moment I can't. Um, but I will do anything like logically possible to develop Turning Point Canada and take that name back. But with this, we need to surround ourselves with individual or truly honest, um, who are capable to. Yes, I do have contact with this individual inside the business, and you do understand what I'm saying by that, and yeah, and Nefty, um, because we cannot have people. Oh yeah, yeah, I know this guy, and I will reach him out. No, no, no. Like we don't need a smoke show. We need a true patriot, solid people, real businessmen, businesswomen as well, who will um, who will say, yes, I can invest, or here's what I can do. Not necessarily investing money, but to help us out to create like a beautiful spider web. How about that? Go ahead, Enya. You did raise your hand, and
Yeah, I see,
I'll shut
Parker.
up.
I no, no, I like it when you talk actually, and Navneet as well, and Parker's here, so I hope he'll join the conversation. I just wanted to interject for a moment and say that, I think that we're just at a starting point, and to think that we can gain traction as a political party, it might be too early to do that, that we really want to just build the people in the movement rather than declare ourselves as a political party. I'm not sure that that would go anywhere. And you know full well how difficult it is to start a new political party in Canada. And people will need to be in a great deal of pain to really realize that we need to do something differently in this country to recreate how we want to be or need to be governed. We don't really have a charter of rights and freedoms. We don't really have a constitution. We really don't have any laws that make politicians accountable to the people. So it's like we've been waiting since 1867 for a makeover. Now, is Turning Point the starting point to begin to build that movement? And that could take a number of years. That's not going to happen magically overnight, or it could happen if Canada does collapse. And we appear to be on that road, the road to hell, I call it, where they are going to financially undermine all of us in this country. The debt load has never been this high ever in our history, and well on its way to 2 trillion in debt. And that means the generations behind us 100 years from now are going to still be paying off that debt. So, when people begin to see in large numbers the destructive road we're on, that might change your view, my view, Navneet's view, Parker's view of, yeah, the time is ripe. Let's go. But that's all I wanted to interject there, is that those are my personal opinions, and I could be wrong.
I could be wrong. Sure, you could, but I think you're pretty much right on the target, Enya. And I'm not trying to be flattered or like to pet you on the right side. No, 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 no. Like I do believe you make clear sense. It will take it will take. I'm sorry, years with a S. Um, and I was thinking about what you said. related to PPC. You know why? And maybe again, I'm completely wrong about what I'm going to say. It's something we say in French. L'appât du gain. What's the meaning like in English? L'appât du gain. L'appât du gain. Becoming greedy. Um, PPC tries so hard to be, and I get the guy. I understand like the PPC trying to emerge and becoming like something. But when you want to go too fast, and that's what you're saying, like it's not going to take like a day to build Rome, right? PPC will never succeed and become a number one for not because of Maxime Bernier. Okay, don't get me wrong here, guys. Please hear me out. But the core, he's right at many levels about what he's trying to push out there. But does he surround himself with the right people? And you mentioned something about, yes, exactly, about what happened with the BC. Okay, the Somalian. What the heck? Radical Islamist? Wow, wait. What the hell's going on? Absolutely not. Do those guys came out like came and say, "Hey, we'll invest in your party"? It's possible. It is clearly possible. Look what's going on with the liberal. Muslim value or Canadians value. How much? Hey, come on, liberal. Not Mark necessarily, but hey, how much the Islamic entity invest yearly in the Liberal Party? That's the right question. And now PPC trying to look to the left, to the right, north, east, south, west, and it doesn't, like a cake you put in the oven. It doesn't become something because the core and the leader, the leader, Maxime Bernier. And I'm not trying to be mean about the way he do express himself in English. But if you compare Justin Trudeau and Maxime Bernier, not the same charisma, not the same vibe, the young vibe, etc. Look, Maxime Bernier looks tired. He looks really tired. A lawyer, a good lawyer, not a bad one. But I will tell you this: if I had the choice, and I worked with Mario Dumont on Quebec side with l'ADQ, ADQ. I advised Mario Dumont. I told him like, hey, and he successfully win close to 125 seats. And the day, and he did the same thing like Maxime Bernier, the day it didn't, filter, got closer to uh, the right entity, let's say. I'm not going to name anyone or any group. That's the day it did fall apart. And it become la CAQ with Mr. Legault. La CAQ. Yeah. The worst party of all time. Like the Bloc Québécois, like the rest of what Quebec is. Infiltrated left, right by different kind of group. I know Parker. I know you. I know you know. I know you know some stuff. So I don't know. And you have your hands up, and Navneet as well. Who wants to talk first? You decide. Rock paper scissors. No, I'm just kidding. Go ahead, Ned.
Oh, I actually I didn't have my hand up.
Okay, Navneet, please and thank you. Jump in, my friend. Let's go. Boom.
Okay, so this is very deep subject. See, we have all concluded that democracy is a tool that they have designed to control, divide and conquer. It's a uniparty system almost in every country, wherever democracy is thriving. New parties come and go, and there's always a beginning. like I just put that in our little small uh, messages. I'm being little discreet on the X in using the words. America Party that Elon kind of launched. It's even registered in America, registered already when their fallout happened between President Trump and him. It is not easy. It takes long time. It's organic growth that takes its own time. And democracy, the way it is designed, is to fool public. It has been going on now for centuries. If 1776 is the yardstick, even people like us, it took us long time to figure it out. Last few years have been very challenging. Having said what I just said, there is no other solution. While we got the option of infiltrating the current parties by going and fighting election, that's one way. Second, which Vivek did, which President Trump did himself. He was not a politician, he was a businessman. And the passion came and he came in, and the rest is history. Second is, which I have been doing lately, decentralized power structure, creation of decentralized power structures. Because we can't do much. We are small human beings. We run small businesses. We are busy in our own lives. Sometimes we don't even go vote. There are a lot of people don't vote every election. What is the percentage of voting? It's not mandatory here. I think in Switzerland they have a mandatory voting. You are fined some 200, 400, whatever the currency is, dollars. So these are three aspects. You as a citizen do what you can, create some power structure, because they are coming very heavily against the interest of very subjects they are ruling. I'm calling subjects. I'm not calling Canadian citizens or UK citizens or American citizens. So now, my very reason of coming to the X platform was when there was a new political party launched in India 4 years ago. And within a month after launch, there was some cracks. So I was very shocked. I said, what the heck is happening? Because since 15, I was talking about uh, whatever is happening, which Hana knows. People think about Modi as it's a big thing, and I'm already working with full passion on that. We have a team. We are creating UN petition because we are orphans. We don't have a homeland. Like Israel is for Jewish, I'll till my last blood in my body, in breath, I'll do it. Because I'm not doing any favor to me and myself, but for future generations of our civilization. Because our values are not Islamic values, by the way. The same game is being played in India. They are strengthening Islamic values everywhere. The world where religion and race is dominating, we don't even have a home. Having said that, when I came to this Charlie Kirk's assassination situation, American Party was launched before that. I just texted you Canada Party, just the Canada Party. Forget about Kim trying to contact them and become a mercy of Turning Point USA. We can't be at anybody's mercy to control our destination, our destiny rather, in Canada. We have to protect our country. Like Vishal is a guy who is from Toronto or Montreal or somewhere. He comes in spaces sometime. I met him in spaces only. One time he said, I'll die for Canada. I'm not going to move out of Canada. People are saying, move, time to move out of Canada. Move out. People are leaving. How many times you will leave? You left India, you left USA, you are now going to leave Canada. What are you going to do? You leave India, but then out of India, you are under attack. You don't have a home. In India, there are other problems. So Vishal says, I am a Canadian citizen. I came here 7 years ago, he says. And he's a nice guy. He comes with an open ID with his picture on the handle. So I'm saying is this: somebody somewhere always starts a new movement. It takes time. We will die, somebody else will take the torch. Life is a relay race. Relay race means it goes on generation to generation. Deep state is now stopping that generation to generation transition by pampering transgenderism so much. And I just read a quote from Elon. I don't know where he comes. He's really writing great things. He wrote something, you can read that, that if a 18-year-old or 14-year-old says I'm a transgender, he is sick, he or she is sick. Or if it's 4-year-old is saying, then it is his mother or dad is sick. That's what is Elon is saying on his handle, direct handle of Elon. And we just learned Netflix is a not organic. It cannot be organic that every donation has gone to Democrats from Netflix. So Netflix is by agenda, by not by organic growth, by design, is supporting transgenderism. They are destroying families. That's what Charlie Kirk was all about. So if we get their support of Turning Point USA, all means Turning Point Canada, let it take the shape. If they don't support or they don't respond, there'll be a time that you can't endlessly waiting. Political parties are always a challenge. But if you do something, if you don't do anything, nothing will happen. Canada Party, let Elon know Canadians are also dying and struggling like him. He started American Party, let's register a Canada Party. And let's tell all Canadians, all parties are taking you for a ride. So now somebody needs to have this conviction that none of the parties, as in our last conversation, Hana was saying one by one, do you like PPC? Do you want to go with NDP? Do you want to go with Liberal? Do you want to go with Conservative? Because they're all puppets of deep state. And who knows, if we start something and if we get some momentum, be prepared. They're coming to buy you too. They will buy you out or they will make you fear. See, these are the things. They buy you, they create fear in you so that they can control you. Fear tactics is to this this tactics of digital ID is what? Guns confiscation is what? 1997 they did that in UK. In 30 years, what is happening with FB posts? They are arresting people. Next 2 weeks, Tony will be in the jail. He's just writing on his big handle. And Elon went into his rally remotely, virtually. We all know that. So, if Canada Party is to be launched, the time is now. We are living in interesting times. It's a humanity at fork. Today we ran that space for 1.5 hours, Hana and me, and we saw some few trolls. So I have kind of summarized everything. It's easier to go with a motion movement which is already going on, jump on the bandwagon. You go with conservative, you go with liberal, you go with NDP. And that's what Islam is doing. They are infiltrating every political party, like PPC example Hana was giving. Islam is not confused. Fastest growing religion. I don't even want to talk religion, but religion has special protection. And Turning Point USA is a Christian organization, and we are living in Christian countries. But they are destroying Christian countries. Christian countries have been giving equal opportunity to one and all and giving some level playing field. And inventions were happening in America, so many of them. But they had their own agenda. Don't be fooled that America is all saint. They have been doing wars. War machines are very powerful. But America has some responsibility. And President Trump is doing whatever he's doing, but not many people even understand. Most of the time, when I talk to people in Canadian landscape, people very rarely you meet some people who are seeing through all the deep issues and they understand that Canada is falling apart. Not everybody. They think still, oh, Carney is a great prime minister and he is taking us to new heights. Hana will conquer with that. A lot of people are still in the same boat. So, with this, all the cards are open. It's not easy. Even running a small business is not easy. I remember in 2009 when I moved from America to Canada, sitting in my small basement, I started the company. My company name, registered it. It takes, you have to choose three names and all, blah blah blah. Then I have a second company, 2 corporations I run. Then in 2011, I had an NGO. First, I registered another entity where it was not an NGO, but then we did NGOs first, second, third. So, you know what? It's a never ending story. We never give up. So, I think time for Canada is for a Canada party. I think so. American party, America party, Canada party. India also is on the same fork. They need an India party. They are dying there. All these parties are taking citizens to task. But I'm not an. I'm worried about my Canadian home where I have adopted. I'm really worried for Canada, the way things are going. So that's why whatever I was doing in the last 3 4 years, I never thought it will end up like this. That I will say to four of you that time for Canada. Turning Point Canada can still be launched as an NGO, but a political power, without political power, you cannot bring the change that you want to bring, because that's how democracy system is working. It's hard. If you start something, who knows? 2 generations, 3 generations, something will happen. You will leave a legacy behind. So I think I'm so gung ho for this that some people need to step up from each province of Canada, because this democracy is a ruse. This is not even a country. I did not know it until a year ago when I bumped on Rubble, that Rubble 48 minutes video. And when we bumped into Hana, the way Hana explained some of the things, and not many people know. Even India is not a country for that matter. If you ask me, 1947, they have leased it for 100 years. That's why Prime Minister Modi talks about 2047. It won't even get there. It's already being Islamized like never before. So they have a power of a religion, and these are Christian countries. So Charlie Kirk, I admire whatever I know, and if they this can be simultaneously done. You know what I've said? I just gave a new thought. So I will sum up here. I have given a lot of ideas,
Yeah.
a lot of thoughts, and I think the time for Canada Party is very ripe, and people need to jump in with money, with honesty, proper profiling. 4 or 5 people need to take the lead, and Turning Point USA can still Canada can still go on as an independent venture. We will do both. We'll delegate, we'll get the people.
That's
So
right.
it's all up to you guys what you think. Thank you.
I
Thank you.
absolutely, Naveed. I agree with you on at a different level as well. Thank you so much. But the politician claims to fight for the working class, yet they vote against lowering food price. What are the odds, eh? Like, isn't it like ironic? Completely ironic. Like those guys are like, no, we will fight back for you guys, and at the end, look at a dozen of eggs. How much it costs? The milk. Ah, gosh, it's just unbelievable. They say they are for the people, yet side with the opposite, the corporate elites. You know what I mean? And well, hold on, Parker. Uh, hold tight, buddy. But Canadian like deserve truth and not hypocrisy, and that's what I'm thinking as well. And what are the odds that beautiful? I just want to talk quickly about the gun ban, the grab gun ban, whatever it is, with Natalie and Parker, you can correct me later on, but that beauty today, beauty, shooting at Montreal area, Starbucks has left multiple people injured. Huh, Gary? What's up, Gary? How about that, buddy? Huh? How about that, buddy? Your gun grab, voluntary gun grab bullshit with Natalie, Miss Provo. Well, it was a gang, dumbass. Excuse my French, okay? It's a criminal gang who did that. Did they have like a pal? Did they have like, did they want to the system to get like a license to those handguns? No, absolutely not. And I'm paying the price. You guys are paying the price to take your firearm away like that? Huh. What are the odds? Parker, jump in. You want to say something? I'm pretty sure like you just raise your hand. Go ahead, my man.
Yeah, hey, good evening, everyone.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, just about you were talking about grocery price earlier.
Hmm.
I saw on X or just before I went live with you guys that the conservative tried to pass a motion to about the grocery taxes to remove it, and they failed again. Liberal, NDP, and the Bloc vote against the cut taxes. Was today on in the House of Commons.
Get out of here. Get out of here. No,
No,
really.
I'm dead serious.
Okay. And in those moments, I would love to know what did they have in mind, like the NDP and the Liberal, to no, we don't agree. We're gonna block this. What the conservative are trying to do. What did they have in mind at that moment, specific that moment, to say, hey, obviously Canadian doesn't need a break. Well, all Canadian across Canada doesn't need a break about tax and paying so much money in general, right? Well, of course. But those two and the NDP, wow, oh, what are we gonna do with those guys? Seriously, like remember, like every time tells you it's for when they say it's for your safety, guys. It's for your safety. Check your wallet, check your rights. I'm serious. I don't want to sound like uh, terrible or mean towards those human beings, because they're cashing in a while you're paying the price. Engagement line. Retreat the system. Seriously. Let's expose the double standard tonight, all together. And that's what we're doing with Navneet and Jan Parker. Thank you, Parker, for those words. That's really nice of you. And I know, and yeah, you had some. I don't want to say like some beef or something like that, but oh, someone had just posted something about. Okay, thank you from I think I don't know who ever posted that. We got that from. Thank you, Parker. Okay, that's you. Thank you. I was like, what's going on? About the Bloc and NDP. Wait a minute. The Liberal, the Bloc, and the NDP votes against even the. No. Oh my God. What's the reason behind? Oh my God, I want to know. I want to know. I'm going to look into it. I swear. That's absolutely madness right there. Seriously. Oh gosh. And at the core of the freedom is faith, At the core of freedom is faith. Without God, guys, and I really believe in it. Every day, like I pray, rights are granted by government. And I'm just saying if government grants them, government can take them away. How about that? You were going to say something, Navneet. Am I right?
Oh my God! I just read the posting that Parker put it there. Conservative brought that and they
Yep.
blocked it. It's mind blowing. People are dying. Food banks are totally swamped, and people are losing jobs. The grocery prices are through the roof, and they blocked it. I mean, what the heck? They are serving themselves. That's why I say the time for Canada party, America party of Elon, and Elon better comes here. We better get some one, two people from each province. And though it's not a democracy, but we cannot fight. There is no way we can fight. I wish PPC succeeded, but PPC leadership, they need to think what's going on. 7 years doing the same thing. Maybe Canada party comes and Turning Point Canada should also go on. Let's do both the movements.
Let's go.
We can do this. I mean, we need some very, and people, money will come. And even if it doesn't come, it doesn't happen. We have a feeling in our heart that we did what we could. We didn't succeed. We didn't succeed. Who cares? So I think time for Canada party. All these parties are useless. All these leaders, why are they not talking about ostrich being culled? And now I know Maxim Burney spoke about it, and it was nice to hear him. So Pierre Poliver, I mean, they are. I was referring to that X session of one of the guys. He has a big handle. There were not many people. 15. We are going to play the game. Conservative will bring something, then they will block it, then conservative Pierre Poliver will win the election. That's what is going to happen. Next election will be another circus. So this is a gymnastic that they do with the people all the time. That's why uni-party. They are uni-party system. So if Canada party has to do something, I think it needs. There's a lady in India who has started the handle Dharma Party in new party in India, but it's not registered. I don't know, but it has got 50,000 followers in last few months. So if we create a handle Canada Party, but we need to register that domain or whatever, and both can go on simultaneously. John, if you are up for it, we are up for it. We'll do it.
Yeah.
But we need to keep trying on multiple level, because Canada Party is for Canadians, all Canadians. And this has just come to me today. I mean, after I posted American Party handle to you guys, you can see it. So it just came to me. Turning Point USA not responding. Hana has contacted all the directors. He has emailed so many times. We can continue that process, and let's launch a Canada Party like America Party. Let them be shaking in their pants. These Pierre Poliver, who are these guys? Then we will have to do some more work. It won't be easy. Nothing is easy. There will be some people will have to come together, and they will have their views. Oh no, no, no! Like Elon came with his idea. People said, "Oh no, no, you can't start a new party." You know what happened, and now they were together on this Charlie Kirk's memorial, and it was nice to see them both together. See, America has America. America, they want to make us 51st state, and I have, primarily speaking, I don't have much objection. We are already American, North American. We are more close to America than Europe. But I don't know why he wants to align with EU more than with USA. It's the same mistake that Ukraine and Russia, they are neighbors. I mean, why Ukraine fought the war? Because you know how NATO, and you can listen to some of the experts, retired journals, YouTube videos are there since 1990s. How all these things have been fanned. It's a crazy politics, very dirty game being played, very dirty game being played in UK. And Canada will not take 30 years after guns confiscation. Once guns are surrendered, I think it will be less than 5 years, and Canada will be falling apart. For FB post, Hana will be arrested, Navneet will be arrested. How dare John talking like this? Here is Manjeet. Thank you, Manjeet, for coming. We were remembering you today. We are planning to launch a Canada party here today, and Turning Point Canada can also continuously side by side go on. We are just doing some amazing discussions, Manjeet. These political parties are uni-party system. They are serving themselves, and I know it's not easy, but somebody has to bell the cat. And who are those? Now Bill C9 is coming, C8 is coming, guns are being surrendered. We are already sitting ducks, as Hana puts it. We are already cooked. So I'll just land my plane here. Manjeet, please take the mic. I know it was all coming. You said about USA that they had to bring 100,000 fee on H1B1 visa. We all know. We all know all those things. We know what's going on. Thank you, Manjeet, for coming. Appreciate it. Um, all back to you, host. Over to you. Thank you.
Thank you, Navneet. Appreciate it. And welcome aboard, Jeet. I hope you're having a nice evening. Same thing with you, Anya. I hope everything is all right on your side. Same thing, Parker. Thank you for being there. I just want to talk like about real life, like grocery, rent, energy. Like I said, Parker knows I am seeking to buy a property in Ottawa as we speak right now. It is pure madness. And hey, I don't want to name, no, I'm not going to name her actually, but the real estate agent, really nice lady from India, really well articulate, smart woman. Hey, Shadow was clearly saying like so many people are losing their job. They are losing their job, Ishmael. And you're here like to build your business about security purposes. I said, listen, it is in those moment recession where and you guys maybe are going to be upset about what I'm going to say, but I am getting more business when there's a situation like this. People are starving. Am I making money over this? No, but I'm getting more phone call from drugstore, grocery store to protect their asset. That's at the same time I'm like, oh, that's disgusting. When you think about it, like, what the hell, you know? Why am I working? That's my background. I work in law enforcement and correction for many years. Um, and I'm getting like those email, phone call, and but can you please have like a security officer over our place to protect our asset? But I know why. People are starving. Why people are stealing stuff? Okay, we can say like it's not necessarily because they're starving, but because they want to sell it back for drugs, that kind of stuff. Because like the entity, Canada entity, is falling apart. We're taking that money, given that money is going in the pocket of those elite, and later on they're like, oh hey, protect us, please protect me. I did some close protection for Mr. Pierre Poilievre when he showed up in Nunavut. Same thing with Jack Mincy. I did the same thing. If you don't believe me, yeah, I'll show you the photo. I have the, you know, Parker, you know, I scary cat that Jack me, scary cat. Guy, nice guy in person, but hey, whatever. Pierre Poliev, same thing. Nice guy, nice buddy, whatever. Oh gosh, but again, like meanwhile, elite fly jet, private jet. Yeah, look at our Mark Carney. Trudeau, same thing. You know, in the the green scam climate conference, telling like you to drive less and eat bugs. What the hell is wrong with you? Seriously, like Canadians are really tired of those lies. Are they really tired, guys? Sincerely, like when you think about it, are they really tired of those lies? Not yet, because the day they will be tired. I mentioned something like this to Anya before, and I am pretty sure I did talk about it with you, Parker. But remember in the history of Louis XIV, Louis XIV, back then in the French, in the French time where like monarchy, aristocrate were like really bien vu, and it was like okay to pressure the population and make them starve to death. And that exactly what happened. That's exactly what's going to happen to Canada if those elite, and they won't stop because greed, that's their weakness, you know? Greed is their weakness. Vanity. They won't stop. They are until now, until what's going to happen? Simple like that. The same bullshit. I don't think that we're going to bring back the guillotine, Let's cut those head. I don't think so. I hope not. That would be like quite something, But if you think Canadians deserve better, guys, you know, smash, spread the words about Turning Point Canada to become maybe, who knows, a political party. I'm in. I don't mind. Am I going to be like the leader of Turning Point Canada? I can. I can pass it on later on. Maybe Navneet or Enya. Who knows? Maybe Enya is going to be a better leader than I am. I know Parker. You would say like I should be the leader of Turning Point Canada. I don't know. We'll see. I will see. Okay, step by step, like the song of the New Kids on the Block. Step by step. I don't know. Hey, it's my generation. Come on. I'm not into a boys band, guys. Come on. I'm more a rock and roll guy. But hey, um, we deserve honestly better. We deserve better than just mass immigration, um, and being after that tell, oh hey, when you use the word deportation, it's racist. It's not racist. It's common sense. Get out of here, please stop. And it's coming from straight from Ottawa, like that repost button and let Ottawa to hear from you guys. That's what exactly we need to do. Turning Point isn't just a commentary thing. It's a movement, a grassroots. Wage that says enough is enough. Enough. Don't you have enough? Who's listening out there? Don't you have enough to feel like pressure and oh, we just raised like the minimum wage. Ooh, who's gonna eat that goddamn shit? The minimum wage pressure by the government, but it's like don't you think logically, okay? If you're a little bit good in math, like the businessman who has to increase, like, oh shit, I need to pay my employee more than I used to. It okay, so am I gonna increase the salary and starve to death? No, I guess I'm gonna increase my price, you know, of what I'm selling on a day to day, on a daily basis to my customer. Bingo, muzzle top. There you go. That was like super smart, huh? But we did increase like the government proud. We did increase like the minimum wage. Wow, fantastic, fantastic. And once upon a time, we were seeing like all across Canada, like those that brand name Tim Horton. Yes, Tim Horton, who's using the money from the government, yeah, to bring more. Sorry, Navneet, Manjeet, sorry guys. They're bringing, I don't know why, like more from India. Okay? Why? You guys can say, I will tell you, John, why. Okay? Speak up and tell me why. It's mostly India as we speak right now. How about Africa? Well, we are getting a lot from Africa, guaranteed. So Tim Horton, it's a Tim Horton elite. Okay, you understand where I'm going with that. Tim Horton equal elite. Same thing with McDonald. They're using what the tools are out there given by the liberal government. So Tim Horton, it's legit. It's not the fault of Tim Horton. It's the fault of the goddamn government giving those tools. Hey, if I do, okay, go get funding. Everybody knows that word funding from the government. To subsidize, get and get like those funds to hire more immigrant, and later on, wow, I'm just instead me paying as an employee because I do that as well. I'm living somewhere, guys, just to let you know, where I can get exactly 1975 per hour per head for 40 hours per week. Don't you think I'm not going to take it? If I can save that 1975 and reinvest that money somewhere else, I will. Why not? It's there. It's completely there. It's free. It's I don't want to say it's free because it's not completely free. It's our tax money. So I'm just as an employee, I'm just taking back my money, and I'm instead, you know, putting myself against the wall and not using that system. And there you go. I'm going to use it absolutely. Go ahead, Navneet.
No, no, no. It's all good. It's nothing new. State is very powerful.
Uh-huh.
State creates mechanism whereby they control their subjects. I'm calling citizens as subjects. The work permit schemes and H1B1 scheme, I did
Yes.
not know it until this $100,000 fee was added by executive order of President Trump. But 1970s, they created this scheme of H1B1 to attract talent from all over the world. And in 1947, they created a constitution in India and leased 100 years till 2047 the country on lease from Commonwealth, and they put a constitution cut and paste, and they had reservation system installed, thereby merit people with ability, uh, excellent mindset, they went abroad, they came to United States, all this for better life. So these schemes are created by state. Now who is state? Deep state is a new buzzword. which we have all learned in the last 3 4 years. But this control from the back room is going on for decades, centuries. It goes back 400, 500 years. See, it's a very deep discussion. It's not the fault of Tim Horton when they hire foreign labor. It is the state policies that are responsible for these things to happen. So we cannot let the responsibility of state be dissolved and start. That's now what state is doing right now. State is trying to people fight among themselves in the name of religion and race. They give preferential treatment to some people. They can pray on the road and police will be watching and giving them protection, and you can't even speak. Bill C9 is coming, C8 is coming. Please go to the root of the problem. That's why I say Turning Point USA, Charlie Kirk's murder, has a little bit created a movement. Passions are high. Turning Point Canada, if you form it, it's an NGO or whatever body you want to do. But Canada Party, you need a new political party in Canada, like America Party. Similarly, in India, people are fed up with these time tested, long standing political parties, whether it is Green Party, whether it is NDP Party. This Canada Party idea I have just launched by, I just told you guys today, because American Party idea is already being floated by Elon. Elon is a Canadian citizen. Canadian citizens need to fight for Canadian sovereignty, for Canadians having food on the table, for Canadians having real estate in control. See, the way Prime Minister Carney is now Blackwater, all that big, how many billions for building houses. Government has no role, state has no role to build houses. State has a simple role to protect the border, provide security to its citizens. That is the only role state has got. But they're entering into every sphere of controlling their citizens' lives. It's very clear. The story is same in all over the world, whether India, whether UK. See, confiscation of guns in UK happened in 1997. And 30 years on FB posts, they are arresting people. C9 is coming here very. I just learned that Hillary Clinton had flown to Germany or somewhere where they had a hidden meeting. It is all on thanks to Elon Musk buying $44 billion this platform. Though I know HANA is shadow banned. There are a lot of handles are shadow banned. Why? What is the algorithm doing? But I'm saying, can we have few people like Manjeet? Manjeet was all for PPC. I know Manjeet is here and he comes with an open ID like me and like Hana. People can come, Parker too. People can come with hidden ID. We have nothing against them. We have a discipline to maintain in any spaces. If you talk over each other, who is going to listen? Nobody. You can keep shouting, keep abusing, keep. We see those spaces all the time. So raise your hand, speak for long. If you speak long, then only we know what is your real character. If you speak little, then you can hide your personality. Please understand that. There's a very famous saying, Nirbalasya balam raja balam balasya rodanam. Chaura murkhanam balamaunitvam chauranam anritam balam. I'll translate for you. The power of a weak is his king, his state. State's duty is to protect its citizens and the borders. These are the only two roles that state has to play. There's no other role. Giving freebies is not the role of the state. That people can distribute the blanket, people can distribute the food. They are controlling every sphere of your life. That's what I was saying the other day in other space. The decentralized power structure is my passion. I'm working on that for last several years now, since 2019. I will create not one, but many decentralized power structure, lands, doing organic farming, having, we are doing that. We have a state in United States, a place of 52 acres. We will buy something here. We are already negotiating some 80 acres of land in Toronto. But what we are going to do there? We will feed people. We will have good thing going on. But people have to do this as passion. How can your neighbor go hungry and you sleep in your house? That is not being human. That is being brutal, that you don't even know your neighbors. That's why when I heard one of the retired journal, I think I was in that space maybe now 6, 7, 8 months ago. There was a retired journal from US. And I told you, by the way, my son is in armed forces. What is there to hide? If we are coming as a Canada party, let the people know. How many politicians have their sons and daughters in the Canadian armed forces? How many? Tell me one. Not even one. And my son keeps telling me that it's political is a dirty game. We know that it's a dirty game. But somebody has to bell the cat. And we have no personal agenda to grind. All I'm saying is few people will have to gather the courage. And without political party, political clout, political power, you cannot do anything. That's how democracy is designed. And before Manjeet joined, I talked about 1776 and the Vivek Ramaswamy, how he was talking about all this. And now he's fighting for governorship of Ohio because he wants to make a change. So he says, I will change my state. My state, no crime in my state. Why there is a crime in Canada? Because of catch and release policies of the state, whether it is a provincial government or a federal government. They are catching and releasing the criminals. So then the police chief comes and he says, if your house is being attacked or burglary is happening, don't do anything. They have charged that guy. It was a famous story from Nova Scotia, right? Nova Scotia or somewhere. So point I'm making is this: some of us have to gather the courage and launch a Canada party in this country. All these and people will not come, we will not win a vote. I don't care, we win a seat. See, PPC did the same for 7 years. But 7 years they have not done anything. They have not been able to win a single seat. So we better do something else. They better come and join us with us.
Yeah. Let me ask you. I want to hear Majid. Please and thank you, Majid. I'm
Sure,
not
sure,
sure.
sure.
Okay,
I
I
definitely,
know. Sorry,
definitely,
Navneet.
definitely. I
Okay.
got carried away.
I
Manjeet,
want,
please come forward. Thank you.
please, Majid. I want to hear you out. What do you think about Turning Point Canada as a political party? Please and thank you. I want to hear you out. And T-Bag, I won't forget. Maybe you want to say something because you jump in to speak as well. Won't be too long. Majid, please go ahead.
Thank you, John. Thank you, Gigi. I know I can't match the passion you have, but just a few things. Um, Turning Point. Um, it got our attention because of what happened in US. And I was yesterday I was looking at how it grew, uh, what was the core values of it, and what it stands for. The way I looked at it is it's is somebody who was, when we talk about Charlie Kirk, he was a young debater who confronted the young audience based on faith principles, right? In this case, we have Christianity, and I believe most of the faiths are pretty much in line with what most of the problems we face today. Uh, Political for me, when we look at Canadian landscape, we find people, when we look at the the political support. For example, there's a liberal and then we have conservative. You can divide liberal into Greens and you can divide into NDPs, and of course the Liberal Party. Uh, the Then there is a third group, which uh, which I would say we have PPC or the likes of PPC, where people don't agree with any of these parties, and they have no home essentially. Essentially, they don't believe, and I fall into that category, that I don't believe that the current parties are really looking for the interests of Canadians, right? They are not looking after Canadian interests. And PPC party, in my view, because it was a new party, it is a new party and it is evolving. Uh, when I hear about launching a new party, and I think I did mention to John as well, starting a party is a very, I would say, it's a very attractive option because we start from a clean slate and there's a passion and we feel that we can correct the past errors. But there's a lot involved in setting up a new party, and we have already experiment which is going on, which is PPC. In my view, um, PPC has its history. It has been it has some struggles, and I do understand some of them. There are some limitations, I would say, which has to be overcome. But I think launching a party is a big endeavor. And when we look at Turning Point, it stood for or it stands for something which is very religious or something which is for young. I think if you look at the impact of Turning Point, it was mostly young voters, especially from what I've heard. Maybe I'm wrong. Uh, so I think it needs to be really. I would it would be really sad that all passionate people, especially when I look at Namdeep or John, you have been putting your resources here. The effort goes to waste because then we are competing. For example, if your effort competes with PPC or the subset of conservatives, I think needs to have if to have an impact. I think there is only one group which doesn't agree with the mainstream parties, and that's the group which we need to consolidate. That's all I can say. Thank you.
Thank you very much, and we'll meet really soon, Majid. Teabag, I'm pretty sure you have a little something to say, or a big,
Yeah, thank you
a
so
big
much.
stuff.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely, jump in, my
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, thank you so much. And hi to Hanya. It's been a long time. Navneet ji, namaste. Manjeet ji, hello. So guys, I keep on listening you guys from long time being in anonymous because see, I know you. This is your, this is your area, right? And if I don't have anything to input, I never come at the listener. I just listen in the anonymous. So this is my way. But today you were discussing something about H1B and visas, this temporary foreign workers. So I have experience into these fields, so that's why I just think to come up and share my views about that. So see, right now I'm in Canada. I'm staying in Canada from last 7 years. Before that, I used to stay in Houston, Texas. I'm a cybersecurity IT consultant. Okay, so
Okay.
I've been yeah, yeah, Crow.
Yes, go ahead.
Okay, so what I'm saying, see, the whole point right now with Canada is the the crowd that is entering into Canada. Okay, this is the main crux, the chaos that is going around. You can definitely, bifurcate into multiple domains. Okay, now you talk about the jobs and all this shit. See, my major concern is the crowd, because it's only the society. If your society, if your society is so crumbled and it has no IQ, I mean, when I say no IQ, I mean they are far beyond away from the common sense. They don't have an idea like what the politician is saying, what are the new policies coming up, what policies benefit us. Frankly speaking, Crow, don't mind, I mean, I'm working for a bank. When I discuss these things with my peers who are staying in Canada, who born in Canada, okay, they came from Ukraine, Syria, or the Canadian itself, like their third generation or fourth generation, they really don't have any idea. They always say, oh, Trudeau is bad, Polyer is good. I said, on what basis? What are the indicators? How you differentiate? Then they have no logic. They're simply saying, oh, now he's supporting LGBTQ. He's very empathized guy. You know, he empathizes with everyone. So that's why we like Trudeau. And why Pierre? Because he's against immigrants. This is their basic. So which is so funny. I mean, See, if you ask me, I have one point to add here, especially for Canada. If you have to fix this problem, just do one thing: keep a single entry exam to Canada, which is right now here, which is a very tough exam. Nobody clear that. Only a guy with post grad education and having a good experience, and after that he has to pass that exam. The entry called the express entry. Okay, it is the most toughest entry to enter Canada. And all of the crowd that you seeing right now, okay, they came here on student visas. You know the fraudulent visas. I'm from India. I'm from that area. Okay, I know very well how they work. It's not about the Indians only. It's about the Canadian people who are sitting here. They have a collaboration with these peers. They have started their institutions, their agencies, everyone, fucking everyone, every single businessman. They have a tie up here. Because if you have to show your legitimacy, you have to show, oh yeah, I have a tie up 60% stake with the Canadian guy. He's a white guy from Canada, he's interested in a business. Then they encash these people. They open these single room colleges. Are you kidding me? I mean, a single room college, how can you say that it's a college? It's not even a classroom, right? So just put a single entry, the express entry, keep this entry on, abolish all other entries, abolish all of them, and you will see, the decline. Because see, every if you have to pass that exam right now, I think the score for the express entry to enter Canada is 510. At my time it was like 460. My score was 478. I'm a BTech MTech graduate. I'm having a 14-year of experience into IT consultant. Okay, so I have just came here on express entry. I didn't came here on a student visa. So that's why
Okay.
I don't like the people who are coming here just on student visa and getting, they are just abusing the Canadian laws. You have to understand that. I
Yeah,
don't
but
I,
well,
I don't think
hold
why
on,
the yeah,
hold
tell
on,
me.
teabag, hold on, teabag. Okay, no, 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 you don't need to cut off like your mic, but also you need. I mean, you seem like a smart man, and you can see it's a business. It's clearly a business. Those university, college, whatsoever, it's a business. So the government, liberal government, or like the government in general, not necessarily the liberal entity, they are using the system to put money in. They have friends in those university and those college, cégep on a Quebec side, and I can keep it up like that. They are making a ton of money on those student, let's say, call them student, and they're not even student. And apparently, there's 80,000 student out there where we lost trace of them. Wow, what a beauty, guys! Huh? That's absolutely magical. So I would say it's a business, and they're like, hey, let's keep it up. Let's keep it up. Let's bring more immigration. Like let's bring more migrant. Let's go because they are making money in return. So I totally get you, T-Bag. Okay, I totally understand what you're saying right now, and I am a businessman as well. I went to the process. It was more like the malgache, the people I was hiring at a certain point, and at the end I was like, I'll stop working with those migrant because it was not that profitable at the end. Like to lock them up in 2 years contract, and after that they can at the end, you know, uh,
Yeah, yeah, that's
you,
true.
you, you,
I mean,
you,
it's a harsh reality, Crow. You know it very
yeah,
well. My
yeah,
only concern, see, why I'm upset here, see, frankly speaking, because a guy like me who is well educated, who did his BTech, MTech, I'm a post grad in computer sciences from some good university, right? I came here, I'm having a 14-year experience working for a good bank in Canada. I worked for a good a bank in USA as well. But the problem is, due to this rising concern of immigration, we also, I mean, attract the hate. I'm telling you, because I feel it in the last 3 4 months. Frankly speaking, when I go to my office in Toronto, right, at the Bay Street, I feel that I can feel that over the face, right, because I'm staying here abroad from my home country. You can say that because I don't have a Canadian citizenship as of now, right? I'm paying taxes here. I'm drawing good salary. I'm paying like 38% of a tax here. I really like this country because, but the ultimate problem that Navneet said, you have to respect the merit. If you allow anyone to enter your country, you will attract the chaos, man. I mean, it's as simple as that. If a guy from India can understand that, why you can't? I mean, not you. I mean, when I say you, it means your politicians across the party lines, be it Pierre, be it Trudeau, or be it Bernier. See, I don't find any logic in PPC, frankly speaking. He say a lot of things, but on the ground, uh, I mean, I don't align with his policies, frankly speaking.
Okay.
Though I like Pierre Poilievre, yes.
Let me ask you. I mean, I'm going to ask you a question, and whoever
Sure.
is listening out there. But first of all, you, T-Bag, who did you vote at the last election? If I can ask you, and I'll tell you who I vote for. You're going to be like, what? Because with the tone, the tone I have.
He is not a citizen yet. Teabag is not a citizen, so
Oh,
he doesn't have a
oh,
voting rights yet.
okay. Well, but who would you vote for in the first place,
See,
T-Bag?
if you ask me now, I'll go for conservatives.
Makes
Though
sense.
he is against the immigrants, I will go because that guy at least have some idea in his mind. At least he's very clear with his thoughts. But though see, my problem is with the Khalistanis. Okay,
Okay.
I'm telling you this very frankly. I want civilized person in a civilized country. It's as simple as that for me. I don't want any terrorist entities to be here, man. Why in Canada? Go to Syria. Why you are here?
Because it's easy to take over our freedom by the criminal code. If you know how the chart of freedom works,
I know,
uh,
I know.
okay, if you know, there you go. Okay, when you don't know, you're stupid. So you need to be aware of what's going on, and that's why, like the Khalistani are trying to take over, like Islam. Like
No,
Muslim in
John,
general. Go ahead.
John. I'm sorry. I know you are the host. You are the king here.
Oh,
You
I'm
can
the
shunt
king.
me out. See,
Shush. Oh no,
you have to understand one
don't
thing very
ever
clear.
say that, Navneet. I'm the
It's
king
okay. It's
here.
okay. No, no,
Go
no.
ahead.
When you have the power, you have to exercise it. No problem.
Yeah,
If
yeah.
I do anything wrong, I should be the first punished. See, it's all
Okay.
good. I'm drawing your attention to something very fundamental and basic.
Yes, sir.
All these political parties are running a uni-party system. Uni-party is a word given by Elon, and he started American Party, which is not it's registered, by the way. All I'm saying is, when he says he likes conservative leadership, Pierre Poliver, whatever perception T-Bag has, people have their own perception, then it's okay. Nothing to demean anybody. Everybody has their, that's called freedom of speech, freedom of expression,
Hmm.
freedom of support. Point is this: all these political parties are being controlled from the back room. That is the challenge. All democratic countries, 122 democracies. We are living in a Christian country. I know it fully well. When I came to United States of America, where I worked in aerospace and defense industry for long time, and then um, I was in my final stages of American green card, but there was a lot of layoffs in 2008 and 2009. People lost their jobs left and right, and people gave the keys to the banks. They dropped the keys in the lockers where you drop the money and never bothered to come back. Do you even imagine what I'm talking about? So in those years, losing everything, I came to Canada. Canada. This Canada is not the same Canada that it was in 2009, 2008. I started traveling since 2006. Point I'm making is, all these parties are uni-party. They have the same goal, to control their subjects. We are for family values. We are for legal immigration. We are for food on the table on everybody's. It's a very common things. It's a common sense, and common sense is most uncommon, as we say. So all I'm saying is, to fight this battle, we got a window of opportunity when Charlie Kirk is murdered, which is a brutal murder. And by the way, don't get me wrong, there are three murders in the same time: one of a girl in a subway, one of Charlie Kirk, and then there was a guy which never got a media publicity from India, owner of a motel, whose head was being like a football, like a soccer, played upon by the immigrant from Cuba, who was released, catch and release. The Cuba did so. You know the story. Vivek did a. So point I'm making is this: it's a window of opportunity. CPP, Maxim Barney's party for 7 years, which Manjeet was talking about, and we were very close last election that happened that we should be supporting CPP officially as Canadian Hindus must come openly. We were thinking about it, but that never happened for whatever reasons. But point I'm making is 7 years somebody has done something year after year after year. I understand political parties take long time to take shape from ground up. It's not easy. Organic growth is very tough. Yeah, if we get the money from Elon and support from Elon, and he says Canada party is my forte, like he's doing UK, Canada, I don't mind. Dodge Canada can be controlled and monitored by Elon, because there are some people they can delegate the task and control it like crazy. He's a maniac. He's a workaholic. I'm a workaholic too. We control our business like micromanagement. We know what our people are doing, what they are doing, what their objectives are, and without that you can't control. But at the same time, the organic growth takes its own time. But how long you want to wait? Like, I started my first NGO in 2010-11. I did some work in that until 2017, 18, 19. I decided no more. The things are not working out. I have to do the course correction. So I did the course correction. I'm working on decentralized power structures all over the world, within India, within US, within Canada, wherever I have traveling, I do travels, I do that. So we are creating communities who stay together, who have their organic farming, who have their cows, their animals, but we are vegetarians, so we try to make sure the people are not eating meat in that facility. They can eat anything they want. I'm not here to control your family or your lifestyle or whatever you do. But if I'm running a movement which is a decentralized power structure, so I have an agenda there, and I'm trying to make sure people have food on the table in those communities. So, but until I have a power, political power, I cannot control the country. Now, like Modi came in power in 2014 in India. He could have done magic for India, but he did not. He did the worst in the last 11 years, but people don't even want to buy that. Since 2015, I have been talking on that subject with people after I met Prime Minister Modi in Toronto when he came with Prime Minister Harper. Prime Minister Harper was there, and together they had a 15-20,000 audience. And that's what Modi had an agenda and a plan. And I'm not here to, I'm nothing personal against neither Prime Minister Modi nor Prime Minister Carney. All I'm saying is, are Indian citizens happy in India? Are the merit being respected in India? Why people are coming abroad from India? 5,000 people are leaving India by December. These are HNI, high net worth Indians. They are getting New Zealand gold visa. Why they are leaving? So Canadians are leaving. We talk about Canadians are leaving. It's time to leave. Either you come to Alberta or you go to United States of America. Man, it's not easy to leave country. I have left country after country 3 times. It's not easy. People, those who have resources, even they cannot do it that easy. It's not easy. So point I'm making is this. Some of the people will have to get up and do something about it. And it's not easy. Opening a party, starting a new launch. And I told you very clearly, there was a political launch in India 3-4 years ago. And we supported, we came on board, we said, let's do this. India is anyway being controlled from abroad anyway. Do you think the Indian leaders are really not controlled from deep state? They are following the same policies that we are fighting here in Canada. Digital ID, and which is coming in UK. and the way they are controlling all economic policies. See, Islam is taking control all over the world in the name of religion and race. Now, the moment I talk that, oh no, 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 no. It's big no, no. Look at the Ami's handle. Look at that Angelia. So there was a guy here, bottom line, Harur had come here. Hana, just the guy is the same guy who came yesterday. I have nothing against people who follow Islam. But why are you coming on the road and praying? But no politician has the power or the guts to speak spade to spade. See, President Trump is speaking. He had to veto, America had to veto that latest Israel situation, whatever happened. Now they have come with. So these are very dirty politics, game going on. October 7 happened, September 11 happened. So Canadians are being cooked. Nobody cares for Canadians. And as T-Bag just said, that he feels the heat when he goes to the office in his bank, that how people are looking at him. So they are creating a mass hypnotism. I call it a hypnotism because they are creating by yesterday they had a new holiday in this country. I had never heard. My employee told me 2 days ago, "So tomorrow is a day off on Tuesday. Truth and reconciliation." I mean, they are painting the entire white race that they did the genocide of Native Indians. Not the entire white race did it. These are the few people who did it. It was the Churchill who made sure in Bengal famine millions died of hunger. It was Churchill. It was the decision of Churchill. So leaders have a lot of power because the centralized democracy, centralized power structure is very powerful. They create new laws. You don't even know what is there in C8 and C9 hidden, that they will disconnect Hana's internet. The minister calls, oh, where this Hana lives, which constituency she lives, call. That's why people don't want to come with their open ID, because the open ID will be attacked. Who knows who is listening? People who come with open ID, they risk their self big time. And Charlie Kirk, who was doing this, as Manjeet said, he was doing interaction with young people in colleges, and he had a movement he was running for years. So I have nothing, no problem with Canada, turning point, Canada working like a shadow of United States of America's turning point, US. But that is a movement that now, for political movement, we can have a Canada party, because the moment we bring religion, we will be defeated. But don't get me wrong, if you start a Canada party, it will be infiltrated with all kinds of elements. You got to have a roadblock, a special profiling situation, that you cannot come here, infiltrate, and then. I have no desire to make Hana you Hindu. Zero desire. We have no desire to make anybody Hindu. But don't try to convert me to Islam, or don't try to convert me to Christianity. And that is the freedom America provided all their people which came from all over the world. So now America was also being uh, thrown into gutter because of the policies of the Biden. But now in 6 months, President Trump has stopped the illegal immigration like never before. Tijuana border. I know, I lived in Los Angeles. I know the border because I crossed the border for H1B1 stamping myself. I know the whole area. So Hindu temples are being attacked in California now as we speak, because the hate is being flamed. They are pampering. See, the state is, America is a little bit different. President Trump has won the election. He has come. He's trying to control the crime. He's trying to do all the good things. But still, there is a lot of resistance he's facing. In Canada, we have opposite. Our prime minister is aligning with the EU and not with US. And they are also bringing digital ID very soon. And as I said, 30 years it took UK after guns confiscation. Here, I think it will not take even 5 years. They are already started surrendering of guns and giving $100, $200 for whatever it is. And by the way, John said last time something which he said I shouldn't say, but he said, so I know he knows this field very well and deeply. So what is going on? The the people, the ordinary citizens who are law abiding citizens, they are under attack. The same thing is in India going on. But there are people who are fighting for this party or that party. They are being paid. Our tax money is used against us. This is now clear from Dodge USA. Soros used the money of the taxpayer dollars. He will put in his foundation, open foundation, maybe 100,000, 200,000, or 1 million, and then rest of the money will come from the state in the name of NGO funding.
Who knows?
Yeah, they are very clever people. So they are very shrewd and clever. So we need to be more shrewd and more clever than them, like President Trump. But we have to do something. If we start a Canada party, if we don't start anything, so CPP was experiment done, like Manjeet is saying, but 7 years, no seat. Something is not right. You can't keep on doing it. It's insanity. Shakespeare says that. If you keep doing same thing over and over again, you need to change course correction. So anyway, my interest is not even in anything.
Yeah.
I'm more focused on working on decentralized power structures, which Hana knows very well. We are doing that so that you can protect yourself, but you will be coming under attack. Farmers are already under attack. Farmlands are already being snatched from farmers. Nobody better than Hana can speak on that subject. So all I'm saying is some of us have to come together and put some seed money, then create a platform, do crowdfunding, but be honest, because there are a lot of scams.
Yeah.
And people, money will come. Money will come. I'll tell you, money will come. People are so pained. Humanity is at fork right now. Canadian citizens do not know what's happening to them. Anarchy is the goal of deep state. They want to create anarchy using religion and race, and this demography change is their weapon. They have used it, but they are being exposed. Now, student visas are not being denied. I think 70 or 64% student visas are not even approved from India anymore. So, this industry is already drying up. H1B1 industry is already dried up. There are no more what is that? Narayan Murthy's company, Infosys. Infosys is already firing thousands and thousands of people in India. And even in USA, people are losing jobs. So what will happen, we don't know. But the times are very challenging. Some of us have to do something without bringing religion in, because the moment you bring religion, we put ourselves in trouble, because they are very smart, they are very clever, they are very. That's why I am in debate with Rajiv Malhotra on coining the word Hindu phobia. Hindu phobia is a useless word. We are not killing anybody. Hindus are not killing anybody. Islamophobia, they don't even want to talk about it. But they are copycat. Our people are most of the time copycat. They are not original thinkers. Though Rajiv Malhotra says, I'm an original thinker and I have all the respect for him. I have all his books. I have always bought the new books. But sometimes I don't even read it fully. I just scan through it. I don't need to read these books. It's the common sense things, as President Trump says. So it's very easy to understand. State is complicit. These four pillars: judiciary, democracy, judiciary, legislature, executives, and media. Judiciary, legislature, executives, and media. Media is already defeated now by Elon, by buying this platform. Though there is some shadow banning, some things are not good. And judiciary is already, how many years it takes even in Canada for a case to settle? Do you know? I don't know, John, if you know, but I have been into some situations where I have dealt with those situations. So we have to adopt them because there is no other way. You have to go through them, but it takes years. Look, $20 billion, 20 billion or how many million? 20 million or 25 million YouTube has given to President Trump. So I asked the question: YouTube accounts were closed for many people. Is anybody else also being paid? But President Trump is President Trump. So now I think he has already 100 million settlements from different companies. Even X has given him,
But
I think,
look,
$20 million.
look what just happened with Trump and YouTube.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, they settled for 24
20,
million dollars.
yeah. So people see he's in power. He was the guy. So we need somebody here. And we are very fortunate that Elon is a Canadian citizen. I didn't know that until a couple of years ago when we came to know. Elon is a Canadian citizen. So Canada needs really some direction and help. And we are here very simply talking about
illegal immigration to stop, family values, food on the table, marriage institution. There are two genders, male and female, like Vivek talked, like Trump talked. I tell you, if Pierre Polivar talked like a man, he would have won the election last election. He would have won the election hands down. Do you know who I voted for? I voted for a conservative candidate in my town, and she won. She won because people were totally fed up, but still not everywhere, not everywhere. But luckily, but I know she won't be able to do anything because she can't go away from the diktat of a leadership. Like suppose we form a Canada party, so we will have a board. We will have 11 people, 10 people. We will have a charter of all the um, constitution and directions. So we have to make sure we speak on the same line, right? It's a very common thing. Even in the business, it happens. We have a logo. We don't allow people to put our logo anywhere else. It's just common sense things. But they control too much. Now they want to control what their citizens will talk on, what their citizens will write on FB, for Facebook post. And look at Mark Zuckerberg. The guy should not even have been entertained by President Trump. He controlled elections. You know that in the Biden's time, how he behaved. So these people will do whosoever is in power. So I say party power is very important. I know it's hard. It's not easy. And we don't know where we will go. But whatever I have been trying to do, I already told you. And if somebody comes up, I think we are all for it. We have to do something. Doing nothing is not the option we got. Election will be a snap election or a new election after certain years, after the full term. We don't know. Same as India. There's a party, there's a lady, Anuradha Tiwari. She has a handle, Dharma Party, India. America Party, India. What is stopping us to start a Canada Party in India? We don't need permission from Turning Point USA. Turning Point Canada can be there because otherwise we are controlled by them. So it's a Canadian citizen, Canadian situation. Canada Party, we just do it. And Turning Point USA, Turning Point Canada can also run and go talk to youngsters, create a Christian movement. See, they are trying to create a Hindu Muslim movement. We are not trying to create Hindu movement. We are like sugar. We get dissolved in a milk of glass of milk like sugar. We don't have any desire to make an impact, but we want to make a Hindu homeland back home, which is controlled with Hindu values. We are very calm and law abiding people. There are 7 million Indian immigrants all over the world. Leave about Khalistani problem. That problem is also being created by deep state. Deep state is the reason that Pakistan was created in the first place. But that discussion I'm not going right now. So deep state created these conflicts all over the world. If you pay some deep attention, North Korea, South Korea, Germany, East Germany, West Germany, German wall, you saw how it was. Pakistan, Kashmir, Quebec. See, Quebec is a nation within the nation. Hana can speak on that. So these people are very cleverly creating, and Commonwealth, believe it or not, British are still ruling the world. They are still ruling the world. We should not fool ourselves. But we don't have much choice. What choices we got? That's what you will have to go from there. So I think I have taken very long time, but I tried to put things little bit in very big perspective. Why these things? Why Modi? 303 people after 2015 trip to Canada, he allowed all those blacklisted people again allowed to visit India, Khalistani blacklisted people. Why did he do that? And then he went to Punjab, if you remember that. Teabag has gone, maybe he has something else. So deep state has a reason. They give directions to their leaders and they follow it. President Trump is not following it in tooth and nail. So we have some, uh, it's a blessing in disguise, you can say. We have an opportunity, window of opportunity.
That's right.
So, yeah, thank you so much, guys.
Thank you,
Teabag has
Navneet.
gone. I wanted to ask his opinion on this last comment I
Yep.
made, but he's gone. Thank
I,
you.
I think that would be all of it for tonight, guys. I don't know, Enya, if you want to say a little something, just thumbs up, thumbs down. Same thing with Majid, Parker. If you want to add a little something, thank you, Enya. I'm
Yeah, yeah.
just gonna,
Closing remarks. Hanya, Manjeet, Parker, everybody
yeah,
take one minute. Please do closing
the
remarks and then we will end up.
like
Thank
I
you.
said, they will if they want it. This is the turning point pushed by a crowded world talks media Together, we are building a movement where Canadians wake up, speak freely, and build courage. Follow us, share this stream, please, and thank you. I'm begging you. I'm not going to beg, but I know you will help us out because we will succeed all together. All
Yeah,
together. That's
just
the
just a
most
question,
important thing,
question,
Navneet. Please,
question
and
for
thank
you before
you.
before
Hold
you
on,
close.
buddy. Let me finish, please, Navneet.
Okay, okay, sure, sure.
Respectfully, please.
Yeah, yeah,
And
sure,
and
sure. Go on.
join against this stream, this space on YouTube and X on Sunday, Wednesday, and Friday at 8 p.m. Together, we'll reclaim Canada. That's it.
Perfect.
That's all. Navneet, go ahead.
That's what I was asking you. Does was it streamlined live on YouTube? Whatever was
It
going on
is.
today?
It is live.
Wow.
And I did share the
Uh,
stream on YouTube as
my
well.
God.
On no, 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 it's okay. No, don't worry
Okay.
about it.
No, no, it's okay.
We successfully got like over 16,000 views so far,
Perfect.
and it's growing. What I need, and that's why like I'm rushing everyone who's listening right now. If you want to help us out, it's not necessarily money that would be the perfect tool. Lawyer to fight back those copycat out there who already put trademark on something randomly like that. Apparently, from some source I got saying like the conservative party is behind. I don't know if it's absolutely 100% accurate, but I can tell those guys, I did look into it, who did the trademark on Turning Point Canada, and I won't give up. I am not going to let that go at all. Those guys are scam, are pure fraud, and they will do nothing about it. So let's say follow us, share this stream, and join us again Sunday, Wednesday, and Friday at 8 p.m. Together, we'll reclaim Canada future. And let me tell you something, because I do believe in God, and remember this to Timothy. For God has not given us a spirit of fear, but a power of love and self discipline. Let's live it, let's lead with it, and let's take Canada back. Thank you very much. Thank you, Navneet. Thank you, Manji. Thank you, Parker. Have a good night. Bye, everyone, and see you next space on YouTube and SpaceX.